Disgraced Weekly. I'm here with my co-host Peanut and my guest Choco.
What's good, everybody?
You know, you're one of the most mentioned people from my other interviews.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm excited to finally get to interview you.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a long time coming for sure. I don't remember what it was that put me on to you, but I remember when I met you and I saw like Elijah on your show and Justin and you had Zion on there too and shit. So I was like, I'm looking forward to it for sure. I knew it was gonna come in at some time.
Yeah, and I had been planning to interview you for a while,
Yeah.
and then it was like 6 months later, like almost
Yeah,
a year
life
later.
happens, yo. I'm a busy guy myself, so I get it for sure.
So why is your artist name Choco?
So my original artist name was Boy Wonder, and that was before I actually was taking anything serious. That was like me in high school being like silly and stupid, and I wasn't even like really like I didn't pay. Like there's a producer that goes by Boy Wonder already. I didn't even know that. Like I was just saying it off of whatever. And then I had my Instagram username was Choco Chip Coochie, or at the time I pronounced it like Choco Chip Coochie because little silly little wordplay. I was just trying to be goofy. And then my homie Eric Ricks, shout out Real Ricks. He was like, bro, like you might, because we were trying to figure out like what my name was gonna be, like my artist name and shit was gonna be. He was like, bro, you might as well just go by like Choco or Choco. I was like, I like Choco. Choco's chill. And then it just like it just like stuck. You know what I'm saying? It's like no real crazy story behind it, but that's just what it was. Shout out Eric. If it wasn't for Eric, then I would not be Choco. That's real.
So do you like chocolate chip cookies?
I love chocolate chip cookies. I'm definitely like a sweets, like a bakery kind of dude for sure. Yeah.
Would you rather eat like soft cookies or crunchy?
Soft, but like not like it's undercooked, but like just like fresh. You know what I'm saying?
See, I like the one like if you're cooking it yourself, I like it slightly undercooked.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like from like the store, then like the chunky ones, I guess.
See, I'm impatient. I'll take it out the oven. I'll start eating it, and it'll be like not even you can't even like fully get it off the pan. Yeah, my girlfriend can contest to that because she definitely seen me like burn my mouth on some hot food that I was being impatient about.
And I prefer, I think, cookie dough, anyways.
Yeah,
like,
just like
actually cooking it. Just
yeah.
grab a
you
piece.
you're like making
nice little
cookies,
snack.
fuck around. You end up eating half the cookie dough before the cookies are even made.
Exactly. So when and why did you get into music?
Like, so I'm the youngest of 5 kids, right? And my 2 oldest siblings are like my like half siblings technically, but my other older 2 sisters are like my full siblings, and they were always involved with music. My sister Lacey specifically, like with chorus and stuff like that. And so following my sister Max also did that. And then like in school, I did chorus in like elementary school and middle school, and then like my freshman year of high school, I did chorus. But I wasn't taking it seriously because I wasn't liking the learning aspect. Like I was being like just like a dumb kid, like not wanting to pay attention to school. Like I was like annoyed, like having to like study like music theory and stuff like that. But I still always loved like music. Like I was writing music like when I was like 7 years old, like writing songs. Like, and I wasn't even really like, I don't really know what I was doing, but I was just doing it because it was something that came to me naturally, and I always found like an interest in it because I just felt like I was decent at what it was that I was doing, and there was always like room for improvement too, which I enjoyed doing that.
So your sound now, has it evolved over time or?
Yeah, I think I'm still definitely like getting more comfortable with like like sticking to a sound. Like I'm not a producer, so I don't produce my own beats, right? So there's no way for me to really like I feel like I don't really know like what my specific sound is, but just like in a sense of how I project my voice, on whatever, like I feel like my voice is always changing. Like it's always like just like the sound of the music that I'm making is always going to be like changing. Like compare music I made like when I was in high school, like if I played high school music I make now, you'd be like, bro, what? Like you sound crazy. Because that was before I even used like singing to my advantage. Like back then I would be like rapping. It'd be like rapping about some like cringy, stupid shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but now like, yeah, I think my sound's gonna keep changing as I grow as a person. But I'm happy with where it's at right now for sure.
Do you think you'd bring the rapping back?
Yeah, I was just talking to my friend Conrad on Discord the other day because we were listening. I was like live streaming on TikTok, and I was like streaming like my gameplay and also like a music video too. And I was playing my music video for Silent Highs, which was shot by With the Twist Media. Shout out Dylan. And I was like listening to it. I was like, bro, like I'm not like rapping like fucking like Eminem, but like I'm putting it like I'm like that's more like a rap element to that song I was listening to, and I was like I really enjoy like I don't know, I was thinking about it, I was like, I need to start after like incorporating that more into like the music I make now and stuff. Like I don't know, I think I'm versatile enough to where I can like switch it up when I want to, but like I think I should, I don't know, get comfortable with like doing whatever.
Yeah, I'd be excited to hear that.
Mm.
How did you originally get into the Raleigh music scene?
Um, so like, all right, so back to high school, you know, I met Eric, Real Rick's, and at the time he went by Rick Got Drip, or it was Slick Rick. It was one of the two. But I met Eric, and he had this his sister's boyfriend Nick. He went by Gemini. I don't know if he makes music still or not. He was a producer, and he was tapped in with, I guess he was tapped in with like Noah, like TLG, and like Oak City Studios and all of that. But I wasn't like and like Cloud and all that stuff. But I wasn't like, I didn't know nothing about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just Eric's friend that, like, you know, like I did chorus and I knew that I wanted to be a fucking rapper one day. You know what I'm saying? But he ended up like Nick, Eric, and I, and we had a couple other friends at the time we made music with. But like Nick, Eric, and I were like actually like working on music and stuff like that. And then through him, you know, I figured out, or I like through Nick and Eric, you know, I learned who Cloud was, and then through that, I learned, you know, like you know, just like other Raleigh artists and stuff like that. And over time, I ended up going to that first summer in the Carolinas thing, and I was kind of just like chilling, like out, like just showing support to everybody. I didn't know nobody. I was there by myself too, and I just like did not give a fuck. I was just having a good time, like turning it up. And then shortly after that, I think I released my first song, like my first like good song, I'd say. That I released as Choco as well, which was My Torment. Uh, and then through that, I think I ended up getting a session at Oak City with Rob, and then like we just chopped it up through that, and then I mean the rest is like history that is still in the making. You know what I'm saying? But
Were you nervous going there alone? And do you,
to the show.
yeah, and do you like feel comfortable walking up and introducing yourself to people?
I mean, like I look at like it, like yeah, like I get nervous or like anxiety and stuff like that. But I think if you can recognize you're feeling it and not like getting stuck on the feeling, like just letting it pass through, like just like reminding yourself, being self aware that like everything's chill, like kind of helps. Going there by myself, like I'm pretty sure Eric was supposed to go with me, but he ended up being like sick. He had like COVID or something. I don't know, but and I was like, damn, I don't really want to go by myself, but like I'm not about to not go. You know what I'm saying? Then I ended up having fun. I was just out there fucking chilling, smoking weed with random people, and just like meeting everybody.
See, my problem is I'll go to places alone, but then I won't talk to anybody. I'll just be
Yeah.
chilling by myself, and then nobody talks to me.
See, if I'm there, if I'm somewhere where I don't know nobody, then yeah, I'm gonna be a bit standoffish. Like I'm the type of person where like I'm not like I'm chilling, but like once you get to know me, then I'm like, okay, like you just unleashed the fucking the fucking damn walls, like the flood of conversations coming. Like if once I get comfortable, I'll talk. But if I'm like just chilling by myself, like I'm that same way. I'm not really like looking to go out my way to introduce myself to people. Or unless I'm like at a show and I really like someone performing like their set, and I'll go up to them and be like, "Yo, your shit was hard, bro." You know what I'm saying? But they probably won't do much else from that.
Yeah, one thing I struggle with at shows that I was thinking about yesterday, like when I see people that, I know, and like they come to say hi to me, when they say like, "How are you?" or "What's up?" I don't know what to say back, like in that quick conversation. What do you do?
I mean, like if someone just like asks me like, "What's up?" I'm normally just like, if I'm chilling, I'm just like, "Bro, I'm chilling." You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's a pretty easy thing to say. Like, just like being like, I had a good day. If something happened during the day that I really liked, I'll be like, "Bro, I mean, I'm in a good mood because blah 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 blah." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm so like bad at like thinking like on my feet like about some of that stuff. Like, how are you? I just don't want to be like, good. How are you?
Yeah,
Which I do a lot.
Feel like an NPC, like not actually making
Yeah.
real conversation. I feel you.
So yeah, I always like I feel like I mess up my words around people, and then I'm like they probably like. I think they're probably, they go home and they're like, wow, like Grace is rude, or, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. It was weird. And
I listened back to a couple of interviews that I've done. And I spoke like just gibberish, like while speaking because I'm talking fast. And I've just learned to like not care. You know what I'm saying? Like if I sound silly, I sound silly. It is what it is.
yeah, and I think about like when people come up and talk to me and they're nervous or anything, I don't go home and think like, wow, they were so weird or they were so awkward. I'm usually like, wow, they're so sweet and so nice.
If anything, I'm thinking about like, I wonder what they thought about me because I
Yeah.
think like I was just tweaking just then, like trying to have a normal conversation.
Yeah, so it's like, if you're like us, they're probably not going home and thinking about you.
Yeah, they're going home thinking about whatever the fuck else is going on in their life.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Like a lot of times people, like especially me and myself, I'll think to myself like, oh, I wonder what this person's thinking of me. But they're thinking the same shit, but like they're thinking to themselves, oh, I wonder what they're thinking of me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's thinking like that. And if they're not thinking like that, they're minding their own fucking business, doing whatever else it is that they're doing.
Exactly. So, have you ever had people underestimate you?
Yeah, 100%.
How do you deal with that?
I mean, I know my worth, so yeah.
Yeah, I feel that like I've never had like really people like to my face like saying anything bad, but just in general like online or whatever, like if you see me like I don't look like I like make a music blog and I'm
Yeah.
like successful.
I
I'm
feel
not
you.
successful yet, but you know, you don't expect that from me, so I
Yeah.
usually just don't like even say anything to anybody and I just show
See,
like
I like if it's like someone like if my like close bestest friend or family member was underestimating me, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But like if it's some fucking stranger I don't know, or even if I'm cool with, you know what I'm saying? But it's on some like they do some weird shit. It's like at the end of the day, you are only in control of what you can control and what you can change. And if you're gonna take offense to someone's like really like lukewarm fucking opinion perspective of you, you know what I'm saying, then it's like don't waste your energy caring about what other people are gonna think about you if it's a bad thought. And if it's a good thought, then just, be like, oh, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And just like keep going. Don't get stuck on it. I feel like you
yeah,
should be
because
stuck on
anybody
anything.
that's thinking negatively, you don't need them in your life anyways. You
Yeah.
don't need to impress them.
So if they're thinking negatively, they're gonna project that like in a very like they're gonna project that negative energy in a very negative way.
So why is music special to you?
It's like an outlet, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure anybody else that makes music would say that, but it is therapy, you know what I'm saying? Like if you listen to the lyrics in a lot of my music and you may not be able to like tell off rip, but like if you gave me the chance to break something down, you know what I'm saying? Like I really use my music to talk about moments in my life that were hard or good or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like just like an emotional release, going back to like what I was saying about negative people are going to project negative energy in a negative way. Like I think that is like you can take that negative energy or negative thoughts or whatever and project it in a positive way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like through music, that's what I do at least. Cause I have dark thoughts all the time. But, I think without music, then I would be I would be a very angry, like, person like towards the world, you know what I'm saying, like not even just like within my own self, but like I would be upset. Like I use music as a release for sure, like a diary entry.
And it's amazing that, music can do that.
Hmm.
Yeah, listening to your music, it just, it sounds like really good and vibey and everything, but then, yeah, listening to the lyrics, it does get kind of,
Yeah,
dark and sad.
like I was thinking about like people that post their music and they don't add the lyrics to it, like even if you're speaking very clearly, I think it's important to add the lyrics to it, like on Spotify
These
and
people,
stuff.
yeah, and it's easier for people to, like,
Yeah,
follow
people can
on.
get like, you know what I'm saying? Like they can read it. They can really get more of a feel for what you're saying rather than just listening to it. But like actually seeing those words in front of you and being like, oh, like, okay, like I'm damn, like he was spitting. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah,
Sorry, she just burped in the middle of your.
that's cool, She's a dog. She ain't got nothing to worry about.
So, who are your biggest influences when it comes to music?
I mean, like influence. Like I don't know, like musical influence wise. But I'd say like artists that like I would really love to like work with maybe, or just like that I take inspiration from would be like a lot of like older like emo bands and stuff like that, like Panic at the Disco or like My Chemical Romance, like Fall Out Boy and stuff like that. With an artist like Corbin and Bobby Raps and like Cloudy Nueve obviously, but that's just because like the energy behind that, like being in the scene. I feel like someone that's not from Raleigh can listen to Cloud and be like, oh, that's hard, but someone from Raleigh that listens to Cloud is be like, bro, I feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not from Raleigh, but I would consider myself part of Raleigh. I'm in the community, so. But yeah, those are a few people that I draw like my inspiration from.
Yeah, now that you mention Corbin, I've heard like some songs with him, and I do really like him, and I need to go back and listen to more. But
He's
yeah,
got great music.
I can see like influence with that with your music.
I would love. That's like if I could pick like, if I could have like a song with any artist, I think it would probably be Corbin, like, or like if I had like a top three, it'd be like Post Malone, Corbin, and then like probably like Bobby Raps. I think Bobby Raps and Corbin are tight. Bobby Raps is a dope artist and producer. But yeah.
Who are your favorite people that you've collaborated with so far?
Shout out Eric, Real Ricks, of course. That's the homie. He made a lot of the beats. I think Mark is a really talented producer and engineer and just a great person in general. He's offered me a lot of great advice. Beats by Mark. Uh, Elijah, for sure. Elijah's been very like looked out for me. Like he took me out to him, Mark, and Exotic took me out to New York when we did that show in Queens. That was my first time ever going to Manhattan and being in New York, and that was so like that was just like off the love, you know what I'm saying? And no one like ever really did something like that before for me, like in my time of like being an artist and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that was really cool, and and yeah, like we've been out to Charlotte and stuff and done shows. Yeah, those are a few people that I really appreciate getting the opportunity to collab with for sure.
Going to New York, was that overwhelming compared to here?
No, I don't think it was overwhelming. I think if I was there for longer than I would be overwhelmed though. And
Yeah.
also, but I wasn't responsible for myself. Like I was responsible for myself, but I wasn't the one driving. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have to worry about. Oh God, like I could not imagine driving in New York. Have you been to Manhattan before?
Yes, and I would not drive there.
Yeah, no, I would fucking crash my car so quickly.
I'll take the subway.
Yeah, taking the subway for the first time was cool. There were some stinky areas for sure.
Oh yeah,
but, no, yeah, it was
the rats.
It was yeah, I actually didn't see any rats.
You didn't see any rats?
Yeah, the two times I've been in New York, I did not see any rats.
You gotta look like when you're in the subway, look just
like,
down there.
Like look
You'll
underneath someone. Probably like a homeless person's like hoarding them to keep warmth.
Like this one time, I was at like by one of the bridges, I think in Brooklyn. I don't know if it was the Brooklyn Bridge or a different bridge, but there's like a restaurant right near the bridge, and like there's just rats everywhere. You can see them off like scattering.
That's sick. That's
They're
crazy.
one with the rats.
We got a higher population than there are humans out there, probably for sure.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, they're gonna take over. Have you seen the videos of people go like underneath like the pothole things or the manholes in New York?
I would like seen like a bunch of rats in it.
Not rats, but there probably people have seen them. But like I saw one where they went and there was this whole like theater underground like thing that they like ran into.
That's sick. That's pretty cool.
Like underground city over there.
That's really cool. I would love to do some like underground. That's a really underground show right there. You know what I'm saying? If you did something like that, that'd be really cool. Have you ever been to? This is kind of like off topic, but that just made me think about it. Have you ever been to Emerge? It was a venue that was in Raleigh that was like pre-COVID that got shut down during COVID. Merge was a dope spot. I don't know what made me think about it. I think it was you saying the underground stuff, but that was a pretty cool venue. They shut it down during COVID. Eric had performed there like way back in the day when we were in high school, and that was just like a good memory, yo.
Yeah, I didn't get here till 2018, and I really didn't like start trying to make like friends until like last year.
You're from Florida, right?
Yeah.
What part of Florida?
Near Tampa.
Okay, that's cool. I'm from Oviedo, which is like right near Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah, so like kind of like I don't know what part of Florida you would call it, like central or like middle of Florida or something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like middle, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not too far. Sure. Oh yeah, I'm not used to it anymore. Yeah. It used to be.
You like the weather out here more than you do in Florida?
Yeah, I still get really cold, but I like
There's like 12 seasons here instead of 4. When in Florida you only get like 1.5 seasons. So.
Like I like seeing the leaves change.
I love that. That's fall's my favorite season. The trip to my girlfriend's house, she lives like an hour and a half from me, and so every time I'm driving out there, I just get to stare at it's like beautiful the whole drive. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's rainy, like seeing like the autumn leaves and all those colors and stuff. I love that.
That's really nice. Yeah. My friend used to live in Virginia, like 2 hours up.
Yeah.
And yeah, driving during like this time of the year is so nice.
That's beautiful.
Have you been to the mountains over here when the leaves are changing?
Yeah, not when probably I went to Blue Ridge Parkway like back before we moved to North Carolina back in like 2009 or something with my family when we were coming up here to look at a place to move to. I think we went out there. But I've been out to the mountains. I actually did my first show in Boone. It was at the Tap Room maybe, or I think I got moved to a different venue like the same day of the show. But it was April, and when we were there, it was snowing like crazy. It was snowing. It was crazy.
Yeah, the weather is weird here, especially with the snow. Never expect it. I remember when I first moved here, I think it was 2018 when they had like the biggest snow and like got snowed in for like a day.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. There's something like that back when we had first moved here in North Carolina, back in like 2000, like I think it was maybe 2012, but it was like almost like 2 feet of snow like out in like Clayton, which is where I live now. But that was like crazy snow, and the change of scenery from being in Florida where you don't see snow, unless there's like a pile of ice that some gas station dumped out.
I remember like the first time like seeing like ice while driving on a road trip.
It was like,
oh my gosh,
it's like, yo,
yeah.
we went to Georgia one time just to like, cause my parents wanted to take, the kids to see snow and shit. And like, I think like we were on the trip up to Georgia while it was cold and we saw like some snow, like some snow that they like shoveled off like a parking space on the side. And like we were playing, like me and my sister were playing in like the dirty ass snow and shit. It was so cool.
Yeah, you have to stop and get in the snow.
Good memories for sure.
Yeah, I remember when I was young and the first time I really saw snow was coming up here to Beach Mountain, and we were driving, and I remember it was when like the old GPSs were a thing.
Like it wasn't part of the car and it wasn't on your phone, but
and
it
we
was
got
like the
lost
mount
because
thing.
they lost the signal.
That's terrible.
And so we're like out in the middle, in the snowy woods and like
That's scary,
going off the cliff almost.
And you said, when was this? You were like a kid?
I was in like 8th grade.
Were you scared? Or you just like rocking with
my
the little
parents
adventure?
are more stressed out than me, definitely. Okay. I think my mom was scared, and I was probably just chilling, like.
You were just like, damn, like, what the fuck's taking so long?
Yeah, like.
No, I feel you for sure.
I think I was thinking in my head, like, oh, what if we go, over this cliff?
That's
I think
real,
about
though.
that, but
That's
I don't do anything about it,
Yeah, no, I remember driving in the mountains when it was snowing, like crazy, like seeing icicles on the side of like the mountains. And I don't remember where exactly we were, but with the family, like my dad, I remember my mom like fucking like pissing her pants over like my dad going fast around a curve. It's like, you're gonna slide and fucking fall off the cliff, yo. It's scary.
Yeah, those cliffs are scary over there. Mm-hmm. So you had the Choco show a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, I did.
I went to the first one. Yeah. I think it was the first one last year.
The first one was last year, but it was in June, and then I did a second one for my birthday.
Yes, I went to the second one. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't able to make this one this year.
Yeah, I know you were busy.
Yeah, how was it different?
Yeah, so the last Choco show was like, it was big. Like, I'm pretty sure the total amount of tickets I sold was 100 something. And then total amount of people was maybe about like 150 people there throughout the night, like going in and out, which was cool. It was a lot more of a smaller space. Maybe not even 150 people, to be honest. That's a bit of a stretch. But this year's Choco show was crazy. And shout out Noah for like letting me do the collab thing. Like he helped me with getting the venue locked in, the stage, and of course like Rob and John doing the sound and stuff. Mm-hmm. And also just like getting to like do the collaboration with the Fest was dope. But oh my God, I was not expecting the amount of people that was there. It was easily I think at least 200, 250 people throughout the whole night.
Wow.
That was the most packed out I've ever seen the white space before. I was really proud of myself for doing that shit, for real. Like, I think the lineup that, I put together with Noah was perfect. There was a blend of everything. Like, every single set, there was people in that crowd. Not just like 5-10 people, but like 25, 30 people standing there looking at you while you're performing. Like, at the peak of the night, I remember, like, I was so busy, I barely even got to watch a lot of the people that performed. But like the peak of the night was kind of like not midway through the show, but like close to the end of it. I think it was like right before Spazzy had gone on. And like, I was like, that's crazy. Like, I did that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was so thankful that I had the opportunity to do it. I thought it was super successful. By the end of the night, I was just like a sweaty mess, and I was just fucking. I didn't even I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even want to perform. Like by the end of the night, I totally would have been so fine just being like, all right, deuces, y'all. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I'm still gonna perform obviously because it's the Choco show. It was a great time. I mean, anybody that was there can agree with me that was a good ass time.
Oh, I wish I could have gone.
Yeah, we'll be there next year. Next year. I would love. And I'm saying this now. And we're gonna look back a year from today. And see if I made it happen. But I would love to make the Choco show like have rides, like carnival rides and shit like that.
Oh.
Yeah, and I've been talking to a few different music festival people the past couple of weeks after telling and showing people like the turnout from it. Because I feel like anybody I've spoken to about it before, they're like, yeah, we'll see what happens because you're just like some dude doing a show. But then after I did what I did, like I reached out and I was like, look, I sold out the show pretty much. What can we do to make this new vision that I have happened? So I got some stuff in the works right now, but I'm trying to make next year's Choco show crazy. I might do another show in between then, I would like to do a little something, but I don't like hosting shows. Like that shit was so stressful.
Mm-hmm, I bet.
I told Noah when I saw him, I was like, bro, I want to go home and like not see a single person for like the next week right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so overwhelming. I don't know how you do this like every fucking month. Shit's crazy.
Yeah, I want to see a show in the summer with like those big water bouncy like things.
That would be sick. Like
I think
water slides, the inflatable water slides.
Yeah, and
that would
like
be
people
so
bring like
dope.
water guns.
Yo,
or, like,
Summer in the Carolinas Part 4, or was it Part 4 or Part 5?
I don't know. At this
I think
point.
Part 4. Yo, y'all need to make that happen, yo. But get some fucking water park rides. That would be so sick.
Or like a slip and slide.
That would
like,
be
I
so
haven't
dope.
been on a slip and slide in so long.
People would have so much fun doing that for sure. That would be so dope.
Yeah, one thing I worry, like I do want to put on a show eventually, but I don't know, like I get worried about like people not showing up, and then it's like, was it worth it?
Nah,
what are you barking at?
People definitely gonna show up.
Really? She doesn't bark, so she never barks, so I got this on camera finally.
Maybe it's just because he was like sneaking up, like just checking out things.
I think, behind the light.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
You gonna go say hi?
She's like, hold on, I gotta make sure we chill. Nah, but I think if you want to put on a show, Grace, you should 100% do that. You know what I'm saying? With the amount of people that you've met and interviewed and talked to, you'll go have people pull up for sure. I wouldn't even worry about that.
Yeah,
just don't do it at a big spot, and you won't feel bad.
Yeah, that's true.
You do it at a small spot, like the first Choco show I did was in a small ass room, like a room that's smaller than my house right now. You know what I'm saying? And it was like a dope turnout. You know what I'm saying? And then the second one was dope, and then the third one was just amazing. They were all great. They all have their own special memory for sure. But I just want to keep like getting better as I go up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that. 'Cause I feel like definitely like your first ones, like you get like there's definitely like things that go wrong and get stressed out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go into it, but anybody that was at the Choco show last year that stayed past the end of the show knows that things can go wrong. There was some crazy shit that went down.
What happened? You don't have
like
to talk
I'm not
about
like
it.
I don't like it was like just like there was like an incident with bear mace and people trying to get into a fight, yo. So that's all I'm really gonna get into. But it was wild. It was a lesson learned, and and now it's just a funny memory. That at the end of the night there was like I think 12 or 15 cops, like police, like RPG was out there, and I was like, and I remember they were I heard one of the officers, they were like who, like where's Choco, like who's Choco, and I was just like walking around, and I was like trying to make sure everybody's straight, but I didn't like acknowledge anything. I was like, oh, all right, y'all good, and I just left. I was like, I'm not trying to get in no trouble or nothing. That was fun though. So
do you get nervous performing at all?
Like I get more nervous performing when there's like when I have family in the crowd and there's people that I know in the crowd. And it was like I kind of had that as to my advantage when I first first started performing. Like I didn't know that many people. I would have like homies out in the crowd and stuff like that, but I was more comfortable just like doing whatever. But then like as I've gotten to know more people, I know more people like have like maybe somewhat of an expectation in their mind of it. But then I also have to remember to just not really care what someone else is thinking and just like do my own thing. And that's like I have like a lot of times like my first song, like I feel like sometimes I get a little shaky in like my voice and I'll get nervous, but then like by the end of it I'm just like, bro, like what am I doing? I'm tripping, like I'm good, like I got this. And then like everything just flows naturally after that.
So your birthday was recently, right?
Yes.
How old are you?
21.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Did you have your first legal drink?
Yeah, I went to the ABC store to get all the liquor for the Choco show. And I did not get carded, and I was like, I looked at the woman. I was like, do you need this? She goes, oh yeah, sure. I was, and she looked. She was like, oh, you just turned 21. I was like, yeah. I was surprised that you, didn't even like ask for my ID. But I mean, good to know I could have been doing this like the past couple years already, the past year or something.
I feel like that's how it was like the first time I bought alcohol, and I was like so nervous too, and then it was like not even.
Yeah, I mean, like I'll go to before I would go to like gas stations and stuff like that to get like a pack of games or something, like like for some blunts or whatever, and I wouldn't get it. It was like maybe like 1 out of every 3 attempts I would get ID, and like now like the past few times I've gone to a gas station or something to get something, like I don't even get ID. It's like, bro, what's the point? I don't look that old. I have a boyish kid face, so I don't think you know what I'm saying, I don't got some giant beard. You gotta lock down, your supervisor's gonna get you in trouble or something not IDing me.
Yeah, one thing I worry, like I do want to put on a show eventually, but I don't know, like I get worried about like people not showing up, and then it's like, was it worth it? What are you barking at?
People definitely gonna show up.
Really? She doesn't bark, really? So she never barks, so I got this on camera finally.
Maybe it's just because he was like sneaking up, like just checking out things.
I think behind the light. Maybe not.
Come on, Peanut.
I'm hanging out.
Up,
I'm so surprised that she barked.
Is this your first interview that you've done with her?
Second.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's chill.
Yeah, she gets the couch this time. Last time she was just walking around.
You hear like the little footsteps throughout the video. That's chill.
So some of your TikToks are pretty weird, but funny.
Yeah.
Like the gas station ones.
Yeah, that shit blew up. I'm a weird dude, yo. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm like chill, but like my homies like that know me, that like they know I'm a goofball for sure. I'm a little goober. The gas station series of TikToks was so fun. That was a fun era. That was before I had moved out, and my homie Blake was working at the Speedway in Clayton on 70, and he worked overnight, so like I would come home or I would come over there like dicking around like after being out in Raleigh or something or whatever, just to say hi to the homie. Like I couldn't imagine working overnight at a gas station. That shit would suck. But so I would go out there try to make the most out of it, and we would film videos and stuff like that for TikTok, just being stupid. And then I was just like impulsively, I was like, yo, bro, just take this and just start recording. And I was just doing I was just being dumb. Like I was just like not like there was nothing behind it besides just like impulse. You know what I'm saying? Like that was all it was.
Yeah,
I
those
posted
were good.
it. I posted it, and then it fucking got almost 1 million views on it and everything. I was like, bro.
Did you expect them to be a hit?
No, not at all. I mean, I knew that like if someone saw it and they like understood that it was like purposefully like stupid funny, you know what I'm saying, that they will appreciate it. I think anybody that sees it and thinks to themselves like, oh bro, this kid's like trying to be like fun, then they're not gonna like it. But anybody that sees it and recognizes it as I'm just being a fucking dumbass is like, you know what I'm saying, like,
yeah, it's a certain type of humor that you have to have, because like, you know, there's the other people like they'll be confident like, I don't get it, that's is he trying to be funny? And people get mad about it. It's like, really?
I think a big thing that did good for the engagement with the video was that someone had commented, they're like, I can't believe this was in reverse. Or they're like, is this in reverse? Like, did you record this in reverse? And what I did was I recorded it in like the 2x speed. And so, while he was recording me, I was walking and talking like in slow motion. And so it looks weird, like it looks glitchy or whatever. And someone thought that I was like, I did the whole thing in reverse, and I took that and ran, yo. I was just like, yep. And you know, now I think about it, before that TikTok had done well, I had another one that did good. That was just me being like, just stupid. I was like, if anybody's in Raleigh, North Carolina right now, like fight me right now, like I will beat the fuck out of you or something. Like just being stupid, like. And like that blew up because people were just like thinking that was dumb, and then the gas station one blew up because people were thinking I was being dumb, but people also were impressed because they're like, bro, that was in reverse. And I was like, yeah,
I just went along with it.
People would be like, yo, post the original video. I was like, I will in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all just keep running this up.
Yeah.
But since then, I never had nothing else to do good on TikTok, so I think that was just like my one moment of fucking of fun. And then if I wanted something else to pop off, I think I would have to make a new account and actually make it based on like a niche like topic, and you know what I'm saying, not just like random shit.
Were you getting strikes from TikTok?
Yeah, I'll be like on TikTok live. I got banned for like a whole month going live on TikTok because I think I was smoking weed on TikTok. Or like I think I was playing Fortnite one time and I like got mad. I was like, what? Like angry, like cussing out some kid. Not like gamer rage, but like just like, you know what I'm saying, like. And I think I like said, I was just talking shit, and it like took that as like cyberbullying, and they're like, no, you can't do that. And then the other day, I think when I was live streaming, my live got turned off because I think copyrighted music or something. I was just playing some music videos. So, but I think that also has a big effect on why my TikTok does not do well anymore. Is because I've probably been shadow banned by TikTok. They're like, bro, this kid keeps breaking the rules. Like, what the hell?
So, serious question. When are you dropping an album?
I'm working on something right now. I have an EP in the works with Nova Fled, homegirl. She flew out from Europe for the Choco show, which was dope.
Wow.
There was a lot of people that flew out from their home state and out from another, like, you know, she flew from Denmark out in Europe, which is like another continent, but there's other people that flew in from out of state to go to the show.
That's crazy.
Like just to be there in the crowd. That was so cool. I found that so cool. I was off topic from what you asked, I'm sorry. But yeah, I have an EP coming with Nova that I'm gonna release. It's not a solo project, obviously, but I'm also working on something that's like pretty, you know, deep, close to my heart. I'm not ready to release it yet though, because I'm not happy with it. I want to like add more to it. I got a few songs I have to finish, but I got something in the works. I'm gonna probably drop an album by next year, by like my birthday, I think maybe.
By October.
Yeah, probably a year from now, maybe. I don't know, if not sooner. I have so much music that I could release, but like like I don't know. I'm like weird about it. Like I know like you shouldn't like withhold it, but like I feel like the music that I have like needs to be heard by people and not like overlooked. But I also understand that's I'm never gonna get to that point where people are hearing it unless I fucking put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm figuring that out. I got a lot of singles that I could be releasing. I got a couple of songs I want to drop before the year ends too. Like I don't know. I got a lot of stuff that I could release. It's like overwhelming how much music that I have.
Yeah, better get to it.
Yeah, for sure. No, I
I
know I
love
got.
hearing new music from you.
Yeah, I know I got people. I know I got people that will listen to it for sure. Like I just need to. I don't know. I just need to get my ducks in a row. I got a lot going on in my life outside of music too. That I'm kind of that's a struggle too. So I'm just getting all that stuff sorted out.
So, what is something that you like to do that's not music?
Camping. We talked about
Yeah.
that. I love being outside. I went camping with my girlfriend for her birthday, and before then, I went camping with my homies, and it was so nice. We rented this spot out in Carr Lake, and it was just the beach area, and there was nobody else out there at all. And it was like me, Eric, my homie Blake, my homie Tito, and we just hung out. We had like a big ass fire the whole night. Had the tent set up. I think we did little mushrooms and stuff too. Like and we just like had a good time. I love being outdoors for sure. And then also just like playing video games with the homies online too, which are like two complete opposites. But like I appreciate both of those a lot.
Yeah, I feel that. You know, I'm a reality TV person, but then I like to go out and hike. You know?
Yeah. Did you ever watch Desperate Housewives?
I did a little bit. Yeah.
My girlfriend was watching it. I mean, I can't lie. Like, I honestly loved the show for real. I was I was into it, man. I was sad when it was over. I was like, yeah, we don't, because that was like our show. You know what I'm saying? I was like, when it was done, I was like, yeah, oh no, like we don't got we got to find a new show now.
Is there a place that you want to camp that you haven't yet?
I've never been camping out in any mountain before. Like I would like to do that. Like somewhere out in here in North Carolina, like out in Boone or like Asheville or something like that. I would love to go out
There's
there.
lots of spots. I went to, I think it was the Mount Pisgah campground, and it was nice. Like I feel like there's more options probably for camping with like views. It was just like kind of like in the woods camping, which is whatever. But like it was next to like this fire tower thing. Like you had to hike to it and like walk up this like tall ass tower.
That's pretty
It got kind of scary at one point. Like I couldn't go to the top because it was like this smog around you or whatever.
Yeah, so you couldn't see nothing. You
Yeah,
could like feel like
and
that.
you're
You
just
could
up
feel
there.
it
Yeah,
moving.
it was moving a little
Yeah, no,
bit.
that's just
Yeah.
scary. When if I don't know if you've seen the music video for Silent Highs, but at the end of it, I climbed up this fucking tower thing, and I was like halfway up. I was like, I can't stop climbing. I have to go to the top if I want to take a break. I can't just sit here.
Yeah.
And I looked down. I was like, I felt like I could have thrown up. It was so scary because you could feel the metal structure like swaying in the wind and shit. I was like, nah,
It's
this is not
scary.
natural, yo.
And what makes me like uncomfortable is like having a phone up there too. Like
Yo, that dog just ripped ass.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Anna.
What were you about to say, though?
At least she moved.
Yeah, I
she
mean,
got
like,
off the couch for it.
Yeah, it is what it is, yo.
I don't even remember. She got me off topic right there.
That was funny, yo.
Damn.
I hope the mic
What
picked that up.
What a co-host.
Yeah, she's just doing her own thing, yo.
Embarrassing me out here.
Nah, no embarrassment. That's funny, yo.
Have you ever had any scary experiences while camping? Like
Nah.
hearing,
Nah, I'm not really. I don't get scared by that stuff. And also, if I'm out in the woods, I'm gonna have my gun with me. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be out there with nothing. And also, I'm out there with the homies too. So like, we're all big, strong dudes. We can beat up a bear collectively. Probably not one on one, but no, I've never had nothing like freak me out like that. No.
Yeah, thankfully, I don't think I have either. I've definitely heard things in the middle of the night, like crunching. You know?
But that's like, it is what it is. You're out in the woods, yo.
It's whatever. What is the favorite, like your most favorite song that you've created? Do you have one?
I mean, like My Torment, just because it's like so like wholesome to like go back and think about like when me and Eric recorded it, like at his mom's house, like in like the closet studio setup that he had, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like super nostalgic. But recently, like this one song, off of the EP I'm working on with Nova. Disarray is really good. I don't know, like I really don't have a favorite. I love my music that I make though, because I think every song I make it all has a different like memory tied behind it. Like I can listen to my music and I know what I was thinking of when I recorded it. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm talking about. Like, but yeah, I couldn't even pick a favorite. Stream Prevail though, because that's like my most recent song. That's a banger. Mark made that beat for it and he engineered it too. That's that's a personal favorite for sure. Not my favorite, but I don't think I have a favorite.
I understand that,
I feel like I'm like a parent and like my music is my children. You can't have a favorite kid, but you like certain qualities out of each one. You know what I'm saying, in their own way.
Is there anything in particular that you want people to know about you?
Like, I'm a I don't know. I mean, I would say like, oh, I'm a nice person, but I feel like if you're the type of person to say that you're a nice person, like,
Yeah,
it's like
I'm a
weird.
nice person.
Yeah, I'm a chill dude, but I'm chill, yo. Like, I don't have any beef with anybody. Like, I'm very like,
I hate drama.
nah, like for real though. Like, that's true. Like, I have my circle, and I got other people outside of the circle that I'm tight with. I don't have no problems with nobody. Like, I'm very not much of a confrontational person. Like I would rather like resolve something and like look at it from like the third person's perspective before really going into like an issue with it. Like I don't know, like I like doing my own thing. I like staying out of the way, but I also like to be involved in what I can be involved in, like that would, generate like a good outcome. Like I don't know, I'm chill. That's what people can know about me. I'm chill, yo.
Do you have any life advice for people just getting through life?
People getting through life. Coming from somebody that has dealt with, depression and anxiety and like dealing with insecurities, whether it be physical or just like insecurities about like, mental process of thought, like at the end of the day, just like I said earlier, you are the only person in control of what you can change. Like if you can look at something and recognize like I'm not in control of this, then like put your energy to something else, because that is not going to take you nowhere if you are not like, if you're not locked in on what you can control. Like if you're not like get locked in, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't give too much thought to like what other people's opinion is about you, unless you're like fucking like doing something crazy that you shouldn't be doing. That's different. But like if you overthink, like I overthink a lot on certain things, and it's like just try to like let go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like let go of like hatred or anger and resentments and stuff like that. Like be like repentful for like your own like wrongdoings. You know what I'm saying? Like understand like if you tell somebody that you're sorry, mean it, and don't like just say sorry because you got caught something. Like I know I'm kind of like rambling right now, but that's all in the same category of just like have your morals, stand by those morals, and don't like, I don't know, don't be hypocritical. Don't step out of like your moral boundary just for, like your own selfish benefit. You know what I'm saying? Like have a code, stick to it, lock in. Like you're gonna do great in life.
Yeah, especially with me, I feel like the way I treat people and the way I go about life is just very common sense, kind of like
have fucking common sense,
morality,
yo. Have social understand social cues too. Like I feel like some people are so like oblivious to that because they're kind of in their own like La La Land fairy tale of like the world revolves around them. Like the world does not revolve around you. Like if you recognize that you're important because of what you are, what you can do, that's good. But don't fucking be like, don't make that your whole thing. Like everybody is a human being. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't excuse people's actions, but you gotta try to recognize that like, while maybe something that someone does is like fucked up, like, and it, whatever the reason behind it doesn't excuse it. Like there's still something that happened to them that made them react that way. You know what I'm saying? Like understand that. Like I don't know, people gotta fucking.
Being able to put yourself in other people's shoes.
Yeah, look at things from different perspectives. Don't be self-centered. Don't be selfish. Like, be selfish for things you need to be selfish about, but not like, don't be like.
Be selfish for yourself, but don't fuck over other people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you like don't want to put yourself in a situation where you know is gonna make you uncomfortable or cause something, then that's like being like okay selfish. But if you're like trying to get over on someone on some shit, like, bro, like that shit comes back to bite you in the ass. I fully believe in karma. Like, what you put out into the world comes back to you, and it may not come back to you now, or it may not come back to you tomorrow, or 5 years from now, but it'll come back to you in a way we would not even expect it. And if you think about it in your head, like, oh, this is probably happening because of whatever, it probably is happening because of whatever it was that you did. Like, that's real. And also, like manifestation and stuff like that. Like, like I believe in like manifestation, but I also believe in like, keeping it 50-50 with 50-50 putting in that work too. Like don't rely on manifestation, don't rely on dreaming, like put in work to your dreams. I was watching the Princess and the Frog movie, and it was the scene where like the girl Tina's like she was like wishing on the star or whatever, and her dad says to her, she was like, wishing is only half the part. Like you got to put in that work to meet it halfway. You know what I'm saying? And like I was like re-listening to that, I was like, damn, like that is so true. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people will like think to themselves like, oh, like if I just say this is gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It's like you got to put that work in.
Yeah, it has to be both of that.
Yeah.
Believing in yourself and actually pursuing. Whatever you want to pursue.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have any questions for me?
Am I gonna be on the show, Grace? When you do the Disgraced weekly show?
Oh yeah, I already had your name down as somebody I was gonna ask.
No, yeah,
honestly.
for sure. No, I don't think I have any questions. I mean, I know like I'm still stuck on that though. When you mentioned to me, like worrying about like if people are gonna show up to a show or not, like totally do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's people out here that want something to go to, something to have fun with. Like, I don't know. I think you should definitely put it on.
Yeah, and I want to connect people too, because there's definitely people like from over here that don't know some of the Fayetteville people or some of the Goldsboro people, and like bring more people together. That
there's so much talent on the East Coast, North Carolina, Raleigh, like a lot of people out here doing their own thing, like, and they're good at it too.
Yeah. So I want to thank you for allowing me to interview you. Of
course, I appreciate the opportunity to come out here. Thank you, Peanut, for your your input. Your gassy input, for sure.
the two things she said, she barked and
she barked and she farted, yo. That's crazy. That's the dog's dream. I'm just chilling.
Yeah. Just living life.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me out here. It's a pretty dope spot.
Yeah, thank you to anybody that's watching this. Thank you to anybody that watched the live. And like, subscribe, comment.
Can I shout something out real quick?
Yes.
Okay, real quick. I'm Choco. Choco Chip Coochie on Instagram. That's CHOCOCHIPCOOCHY. I'm not changing that until like my Instagram gets fucking banned or the username Choco is available. So y'all are just gonna have to thug it out.
Don't even change it if it's available.
If Choco became available, then I would just make like, cause I have like my second account. I would just switch it around. Like I would have Choco and then there's Choco Chip Coochie. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, just don't lose that one.
No, I couldn't. That's its own thing. Stream Preview. I just released it on my birthday a couple weeks ago. It's a great song. Shout out Mark for producing it, mixing it, and all that. Shout out Real Ricks. That's the homie. Shout out Grace. That's the homie too. I've had a great time.
Thank you, and shout out you.
Thank you. Shout out Choco for sure.
And thanks for watching.
Yeah, deuces love.